What if I told you that the man who can stretch his body into any shape is also the man who could unravel the entire Marvel universe? Reed Richards, genius, leader, father, and in some realities, the most terrifying villain of them all. From cosmic accidents to multiversal madness, today we are diving deep into the mind bending legacy of Mr. Fantastic. Strap in because this isn't just a story about stretching, it's about how one man's brilliance could save the world or doom it. As I sculpt this stretchy genius in 3D, I'll be sharing everything you need to know about his origin, his powers, and some of the wildest moments from his comic book story. So whether you are a die-hard Fantastic Four fan or just curious about Elastic Icon, stick around because by the end of this video, you'll see why Reed Richards is Marvel's most unpredictable hero and why some versions of him should never ever be trusted. Let's begin. You are in for a treat. Let's get into it. Let's start at the beginning. Reed Richards wasn't always the stretchy superhero we know today. His journey kicked off in the early 1960s when the space race was heating up and everyone was obsessed with the cosmos. It was November 1961 when Stan Lee and Jack Kirby dropped Fantastic Four issue number 1. And trust me, fans were hooked. This wasn't just another superhero squad. Marvel was launching its big superhero boom, and the Fantastic Four were explorers, a family tackling the unknown. Reed was the mastermind, a total science geek with huge dreams. He wrote in his best pal, Ben Grimm, his girlfriend Sue Storm, and her brother Johnny for a space mission to outrace the Soviets. But it went wrong fast. Their ship got zapped by cosmic rays. Yep, those quick space beams, and they crashed back to the Earth. When the smoke cleared, Reed was stretching like a rubber band, and Mr. Fantastic was born. Stanley wanted him to be the ultimate problem solver, a guy who could roll with anything, and what's more flexible than a human? Chris Armstrong. Fans ate it up. He was brainy, odd, and totally unique. Now that we have got how Reed became Mr. Fantastic, let's dig into what he can do. His powers aren't just about stretching, they show off his adaptability and smarts. His main gig is elasticity. He can stretch his body like taffy. Need to snack something across the room? Boom, his arms there. Locked door, he flattens out and sits under. He is even morphed into a bouncy ball to dodge attacks. But it's not his body. Reed can stretch his brain too, cranking up his already wild intelligence. This guy's IQ is through the roof, rivaling Tony Stark and Bruce Banner. He wipes out stuff like the Fantasy Car, the Flying Car, because why not? An unstable molecule suits that stretch right along with him. Plus he's a solid fighter, which is nuts for a dude who seems more at home in a lab than abroad. Here's the cool part. His powers match who he is. He is always looking for answers, breakthroughs, ways to save the day. But sometimes he stretches too far and feels like, hey Brainiac, don't forget me. That blend of genius and slip-ups is what makes him feel real. Let's talk about some key comic moments. Reed Richards has a comic history loaded with moments that shape him as a hero, a leader, and a flawed genius. These tales mix cosmic drama, heavy emotions, and twists that'll drop your jaw, perfect for exploring his legacy. Here's the rundown. Let's kick off with Fantastic Four issue number 1, where Reed's story starts with a crazy fight against the Mole Man. Fresh off the cosmic ray crash, he and his team dive into their first gig. The Mole Man, this weird underground nerd with a prettier army, ready to mess up the surface. Reed steps up quick, crafting a plan to outwit a villain no one's seen before. It's a wild, heart-pumping start that sets the stage for a year of epic quests. Next up, Fantastic Four issue number 48 to 50, the Galactus trilogy, a story fans still rave about. Imagine this: Galactus, a giant planet-munching cosmic god, shows up with his smooth-talking herald, the Silver Surfer, declaring Earth's done for. He's got a huge machine set to drain the planet, and time's running out. Reed's in the Baxter building, brain on fire, while Sue throws a force field. Johnny lights up the sky, and Ben smashes whatever moves. The Surfer conflicted, tipping them off, but stuck with Galactus. Reed digs into alien gear and finds the ultimate nullifier, a tiny device that could end everything. It's a huge gamble. One slips and it's all over. He climbs to the roof, nullifier ready, and tells Galactus, "Leave, or we are all at toast." Galactus, this unstoppable force, backs down but ditches the surfer on Earth as payback. Reed smarts and guards pull it off. A win that's huge, hard-fought, and legendary. Then there's Fantastic Four, issue number 267, a gut punch moment where Reed faces a no-win call. He's battling Annihilus, a nasty negative zone tyrant with a weapon, tearing reality apart. Ben's trapped in the mess and sealing the portal with Ben inside is the only fix. Reed's mind races, weighing his body against the universe. He shouts Ben's name, voice breaking as Ben grunts, "Do it, your big brain." Reed hits the switch, the portal shuts, and it's quiet. Ben survives, they find out later, but the choice, cold logic over hurt, sticks with Reed. It's raw and real, showing the heavy price of being the answer guy. Jump to Civil War, where Reed beliefs rip his life apart. Heroes are clashing over registration. Unmask or go rogue. Unmask or go rogue. Reed teams with Tony Stark, battling on logic and order, building tech to back it up. True policy to sell out, joins Captain America's side, and the Fantastic Four splits. John is mad, Ben's torn, and Sue walks away, leaving Reed alone with his gadgets and quiet regret. It's not just politics, it's his marriage falling apart, his team breaking, all because he picked reason over feelings. Don't miss Secret Wars, where Reed rocks it twice. In 1984, he's on the battlefield, facing a powered-up Doctor Doom. Reed outthinks him, tricking Doom into a mistake, a pure brain-over-brawn victory. Then in 2015, the multiverse crashes, and Reed reveals reality with Sue and their kids. It's a family saga. Big stakes, big hurt, and Reed as a hero and dad going all in. These stories log in his greatness with massive wins. One last gem, Fantastic Four issue number 51. This Man, This Monster. A quiet tragedy that hits hard. With tinkering with a negative zone portal when a shady scientist, Carter, possesses Ben to sabotage him mid-fight with energy swelling. Carter feels a twinge of shame. He jumps into Portal's deadly blast to save Reed, dying as Reed escapes. It's subtle but deep. Reed's rattle, showing the human under the genius. The smartest man alive and his greatest failures. Reed's brain might outmatch Tony Stark's or Bruce Banner's. He even built a machine to peek into heaven, for crying out loud, but his brilliance has a shadow. His egos, his kryptonite, and these next moments reveal the cost. Let's rewind to Reed's college days, where his rivalry with Dr. Doom was a lifelong grudge. Picture two cocky prodigies, Reed and Victor Doom, up late, geeking out. Victor's building a machine to punch through dimensions, bold and risky. Reed checks the plans and says, "Your math's off, Victor. This could blow." Victor snaps, "But out, Richards," and hits Stark. The blast tears through, scaring Victor's face and breaking his life. He pins it all on Reed. His scars, his ruin, becoming Dr. Doom, a mass genius out to crush his old rival. A dorm room argument turns into a decades-long brain war. Every fight personal. Reed carries the guilt, proof even a good move can birth a villain. Then there's the Illuminati, where Reed's grand plan get messy. This secret crew, Reed, Tony, Black Bolt, Professor X, Namor, Doctor Strange, handles the dark stuff. They have done green things, like sending Hulk off planet or juggling infinity gems, stirring up trouble. Reed's cold calculation saved the day, but breeds suspicion, showing even the sharpest mind can slip into murky waters. And in the Ultimate Universe, Earth 1610, Reed's smarts turn terrifying as the Maker. After a disaster breaks the Fantastic Four, Sue's gone, team's toast, Reed falls apart, guilt and rage take over. He decides humanity is a lost cause. He wipes out his own family to save them, slaps on a twisted helmet, and becomes the Maker, a stretchy, brutal bad guy. He slices through enemies, builds creepy tech, and jumps to the main Marvel world to mock his good self. It's dark, without love. Reed's genius goes rogue, a glimpse of his worst potential. These plots don't kill Reed's heroism, they deepen it. It's not flawless. He reaches for the stars and sometimes gets burned, but he keeps pushing, growing, stretching, body and soul to mend his mistakes. That's why he is a legend. Now, let's hit the fresh Fantastic Four movie, out July 25, 2025. It's the MCU's reboot, and fans are pumped. Set in a retro-futuristic 1960s, it's got style and solid buzz. Pedro Pascal's Reed mixes nerdy charm with sharp wits. The cast: Vanessa Kirby as Sue, Joseph Quinn as Johnny, Ebon Moss as Ben, nails the family vibe, critics says. The story: the Fantastic Four face Galactus, a planet-eating space god. It gets personal when Galactus demands Reed and Sue's newborn, Franklin, to spare Earth. High stakes, big time. The movie is lauded for cosmic visuals, finally getting Reed right, genius and flaws on full display. Spoiler alert, skip ahead a few minutes if you haven't seen it. Timestamp on the screen. Ready? Franklin's got insane power, explaining Galactus' demand. The team faces tough calls, and here's the twist: John is set to sacrifice himself, but the Silver Surfer, Julia Garner, steps up, taking the hit to stop Galactus. It's heavy, paving the way for MCU craziness. Oh, and a mid-credits Doctor Doom scene has tongues wagging. Time to lighten up some Reed trivia. His first superhero name, nearly Mr. Elastic. Stanley swapped it for Mr. Fantastic. Smart move. Mr. Elastic sounds like a gym coach. Get this, Reed stretches over a mile in comics. Wild. He even stretched his brain for instant smarts. Stuck on a riddle? Wish for Reed's trick. In Marvel Holidays Special Number 1, he turns into a Christmas tree for his family. Lights, ornaments, all in. Only Reed makes holidays that wild. And his Doom rivalry? Epic. College roommates gone sour. Doom's forever trying to stop Reed in a brainy shutdown. These bits, they are why it's a stretch-tacular. And that's a wrap on Reed Richards, Marvel's elastic genius. I hope you enjoyed learning about his journey as much as I enjoyed creating this 3D model of him. If you want to see the 3D time-lapse, you can find the link in the description below. Tell me in the comments what's your favorite Reed Richards moment and who should I sculpt next. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to keep the superhero buzz going on. I'll see you next time. Stay fantastic.